year one of Hugh Freeze with the Tigers. They open up against Don Brown and UMass, and then a trip out to Berkeley, play Cal. Then back home for Samford, and then at Texas A&M for the SEC opener, followed by Georgia at home. Then they're off on October 7th, then back in action at LSU, then Ole Miss at home, Mississippi State at home, at Vanderbilt, at Arkansas, New Mexico State at home, and Alabama at home. Win total set at 6.5, over at -125, under at -105. Tom, what you doing?
You know, last year I liked the Auburn over. I liked it so much I put it in our win locks, in our win total locks pod, and well, we all know what happened. And the good thing about making mistakes is that you can learn from them. But I'm not here to learn shit today. I am once again on the Auburn over. I really like this team going into this season. I think Hugh Freeze is an upgrade for them. I think offensively they're going to be better. I know Peyton Thorne is not a superstar, but we have seen Hugh Freeze get great numbers from pretty ordinary QBs in the past, so I think he's going to put up numbers. They're going to win their 3 non-cons. Then they're probably going to lose their next 3 games. But then they get into that stretch in that final back half. I think that from Ole Miss to Mississippi State, at Vandy, at Arkansas, New Mexico State, they're winning at least 4 of them. They might win 5, and they might finish the year with an upset win over Alabama. We know Hugh Freeze loves to do that. So over, and I'll probably be talking about this again on Thursday.
Ooh, yes, yes, yes.
You might hear me talk about that also on Thursday, Thomas. That is, yeah, I do think that over here is more likely than the under. The non-conference is extremely friendly. If we're wrong about this, we'll probably know early. Like if Cal beats them, it's like, okay, yeah, we're screwed and they're going to miss a bowl game. And the schedule is challenging, but it's sometimes Auburn has like the toughest schedule in the country. And this year, like several teams we already talked about have a tougher schedule than Auburn does, despite the fact that they do play, they do play Georgia every year from the other division. They went out and they got Peyton Thorne, who's an upgrade over Robbie Ashford in their opinion. I think they're fine at running backs. It looks like Hunter's playing. So, that was kind of a question mark we had to answer. I think they're fine at receiver and definitely better than they were at receiver last year, where that was a clear problem for them. I think the O-line's better. Defensively, I think that they could be better defensively than they were last year, actually. I mean, they've done some decent work in the transfer portal. Florida State fans will hate to hear this, but on our Auburn 24/7 sports site, Keldrick Falk is stamped as the starting defensive end as a true freshman. So that's kind of an SEC name to know if you're an NFL draft guy out there. Wait 3 years, and that kid's a first round type. So yeah, I'm going to go over. I think this team is. I don't know. I got all 4 of these bottom teams rated pretty similarly. So, but I think they're an over team.
Yeah. It's definitely an over team. Like whatever little adjustments at the margins that you want to make is going to be with the idea that Hugh Freeze is such an upgrade in terms of game planning and play calling with how they are going to go out there and operate, and that we should expect that the performance of even similar talent should be better and more productive. The wins are right there for the taking, and we're just asking you to knock off a few of those other peers that you have in that tier of the SEC West. I love it. 7-5. Let's go. I go over 6.5.